So when he says make America great again, America first, he means American oligarchs first. He doesn't care about the brokies. Nobody has ever cared about poor people. They will never care about poor people. Wake up. It's about the oligarchies always. And a country that can control its oligarchy is sovereign. A country like the UK, where you have massive wealth flight, where all of the millionaires are leaving now, where all the millionaires are going to Dubai, the Middle East, the conflict zone. They say they're unhappy with Muslim immigration, so they move to an Islamic country. When you can't keep your wealth in place, when you raise exit taxes, when you try and scare them with taxation from leaving, and they still leave, you now have a wealth flight and your tax base collapses. So you have to understand, the American government, has it pissed off its rich people? No. Has Trump lost global influence? No. I would argue to many people around the world, Trump now actually looks like he's on business. I'm on business. I will strike Iran. I will strike you too. Who's he pissed off? Twitter autists and brokies. Nobody cares about you.
All right, guys, so that is yours truly, Andrew Tate. So one reason why I wanted to play this clip, guys, is because that's true. You know, when Trump sits there and says, oh, America first, and I'm here for the American people, and I want to help bring America back or make America great again.
So when he says,
he's not talking about you who goes to work 9 to 5, is underpaid, underappreciated, tired, can't even take a week off of PTO. He doesn't give a fuck about you, right? And I mean, we could tell from his actions. I mean, the guy slashed Medicare. You know, Elon Musk, that drug addict, had a fentanyl attack and started slashing FEMA and Meals on Wheels, and over 100,000 kids worldwide died from a lot of these programs being slashed. He's adding $1 trillion to the defense budget. He doesn't give a fuck about you guys, right? While you guys are trying to figure out how to qualify for an average-sized home somewhere in the middle of buttfuck Texas, right? So, again, Trump continues to show his cards. Like, he's bought and paid for. He took all this money from AIPAC and all these other, sponsors and stuff like that, and they are flooding him with cash to the point where the guy is, now, just inserted himself into a war, a situation in the Middle East, which could spiral out of control. Not only can it spiral out of control, guys, you got to think like the American adversaries are rubbing their hands together because they're like, these idiots fell for it again. They're going to get dragged into another Middle Eastern war, and we're going to sit back and watch them expend their resources in Iran, spend billions upon trillions. Their people are coming back in coffins, and we're sitting back preparing for how we're going to finalize our global economic dominance once these morons get dragged into this bullshit, right? So again, like, all these MAGA tards, man, all these dudes that are like, oh my God, man, Trump is like, he's going to make it easier on us. He's really not. Okay, he's really defying everything that he's ever said. I just watched the few MAGA supporters that were, at least speaking out against Trump's recent actions, and who aren't taking money from who, right, have been coming out and saying like, dude, we're against what this guy's doing. One of which is obviously, we know Thomas Massey was very vocal. And we have Marjorie Taylor Greene surprisingly, she's coming out saying, hey, like, hey, we didn't campaign on this shit. What's going on here, Trump? Do they have some blackmail on you? Are you on the Epstein list? What's the deal? Right? If you were on the Epstein list, let us know, man, because it looks like everything's pointing to that. Because you weren't supposed to get involved in the situation in Iran. And so now he's trying to save face, and he pretty much had like an arranged marriage, an arranged ceasefire, right? The equivalent of like an arranged marriage, because both parties, didn't necessarily agree to anything. He just imposed a ceasefire on Iran and Israel. And we know damn well that Israel's not looking for no damn ceasefire, right? Israel's like the female that's like, no, I don't want to marry him. What is this about? All right. We know Israel, if they get into a ceasefire, Netanyahu's career is over. That's what the war has been about for the past 20 months. It's to keep the decrepit genocidal regime in power. So why would they agree to that? And, furthermore, like with developments coming out now, we're seeing that, the ceasefire might have been already broken. Iran is spanking Israel like they are. The amount of damage done on Tel Aviv. I'm looking at it. I thought some of the pictures it was Gaza or some other place. I didn't think that. I was like, there's no way that's in Tel Aviv, right? So they're literally spanking them. And you got to think, like, Israel's 75 times smaller than Iran, right? How many spankings can they take before the entire place is fucking flattened and you have refugees living in tents all over the country, right? So, again, very unfortunate situation. Trump's over here doing theatrics, like, oh, I attack you here and you attack me here, and let's make it look like we did something. It's all, and we're paying for it. So put it that way. You guys are paying for it, right? When you look at your paycheck, you're like, God damn, this shit is, I can't even pay rent with this motherfucker. A lot of that, they're taking from you and funding this bullshit, the theatrics. All right, let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below, man. Like, comment, subscribe. Just hit that subscribe button, man. Peace.